Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to watch this presentation by Railbookers on 5 places you can go by rail. My name is Kyle Smith, and I am your host today. I'm one of the business development executives here at Railbookers. And in just a few moments, I will be explaining who we are and what we can offer you in terms of a rail vacation anywhere in Europe. But before I do so, if you have a pen and paper handy, please take note of our reservations telephone number at the bottom of your screen, 888-829-3040. After the presentation, I will be answering your questions at the end of the presentation, and I'll show you in a moment where you can input your questions. But if you think of anything later today, please give us a call and speak to one of our travel consultants who can help you make a reservation or give you some other additional information. And please take note of our website at railbookers.com. There you can find all the vacation packages I will be sharing with you today and much more. Just to the right of you in the toolbar, there is a flyer for you to download. It will have all of our contact information on it, as well as some of our top packages that I will be presenting to you today. And just below that, please feel free to input any question you may have, and I will provide you an answer at the end of the presentation. I am monitoring those live. So just a little bit about who we are as a company in case this is your first time experiencing Railbookers, or if you are a travel agent joining us today. But Railbookers is a part of the Yankee Leisure Group Incorporated, which is a U.S. tour operator specializing in rail vacations in North America and Europe. And we host Amtrak Vacations, Yankee Holidays, and Railbookers, which is all international rail travel. And these are the 2019-2020 brochures. You can request these online or simply give us a call and we will get those out to you as quick as we can. But today's presentation is going to be on Railbookers as we have launched our newest sub-brand called Trenitalia Vacations in Italy. A little bit more about that here in a minute. But these are our other brochures. We have Eurostar Vacations, which is a very popular commuter train that goes from London underneath the Channel to Paris and will connect you into the rest of Europe. We also have our general Railbookers brochure for you, or our Canadian brochures for Via Rail Vacations. So these could all be requested online or simply give us a call. So I'm very excited to announce our official partnership with Trenitalia, which is Italy's high-speed rail company. And we have been offering rail vacations throughout Italy and beyond for many years now, but we now have an official partnership with the Trenitalia. And so we are doing Trenitalia Vacations by Railbookers. Here's the 2019 brochure for you. You can grab those online or give us a call, and I'll be happy to send that out to you. So let's get right to it. Here are the reasons why you will love traveling with Railbookers. For starters, we can offer a bucket list experience. So in Europe, for example, one of the most scenic train rides you could ever do is the Swiss Alps coming out of London. And in fact, I will be sharing with you that package here momentarily. But we offer bucket list experiences. So if you're a rail enthusiast listening to this broadcast today, then no doubt you've either gone through the Swiss Alps yourself or that's something you're looking to do. It is definitely a must-see. And we can fulfill your bucket list experiences when it comes to rail. Perhaps you're wanting to consider a trip on the Venice Simplon Orient Express that goes from London into Venice and many other places. That's one of the world's most luxurious trains in the world, and we can certainly fulfill that for you. Or perhaps you want to go across Canada on the Via Rail or experience the luxurious Rocky Mountaineer. Whatever the case may be, we are certainly able to fulfill your bucket list experiences. Premier scenic routes. So perhaps you're considering a multi-country adventure throughout Europe next year. And we can give you the best scenic routes to do this by rail so you can get the most beautiful sights that all of Europe has to offer. Multi-country adventures. So perhaps you're going to Europe for the first time next year and you want to visit multiple countries in a short amount of time. Rail is actually the best way to do that. And we can give you a package or create one from scratch that will fulfill your bucket list itinerary. Convenience and relaxation. Now, when vacations are supposed to be relaxing, and as a father of two young kids, my vacations are nothing but relaxing and craziness at times. So getting on a train, going across Canada, which is something I've done, or across Europe, you've got nothing but time on your hands to enjoy time with your friends and with your family, and that is what we can offer you as well. So how big is independent travel to Europe? Well, in 2016, 12.5 million Americans traveled independently to Europe, meaning they went for their own reasons. They did not go on an escorted tour. And out of the 12.5 million, 3.4 million Americans traveled by train between cities. And last year alone, 600,000 Americans traveled on the Eurostar, which again is from London to Paris underneath the channel. So if you've been to Europe, or if you are just into travel in general, then no doubt Europe is a destination that's on your mind. And there is just a major demand for European rail travel because the trains are on time, they're efficient, they're fast, and it's a preferred method of transportation. So what can Railbookers provide for you? Well, for starters, we offer independent rail vacations. So for whatever the reason you're traveling to Europe, we can create a rail itinerary just for your needs. We can offer you inside access to European rail. We're able to book all the trains in Europe 18 months in advance. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. We can customize any type of rail vacation package for you. We are the rail experts. If you're planning to travel by rail throughout Europe next year, that is a very difficult thing to figure out yourself online for the average person, and I'll explain a little bit more about that as well. We can also offer you pre and post cruise travel. Perhaps you're doing a river cruise in Europe next year and you want to see something else either before or after your trip. Let us know what that is so we can put it together for you. So here's the European rail network map. Now, looking at this map for the first time, it is a little daunting to look at this. If you're planning to travel by rail in Europe next year or sometime in the future and you want to see multiple countries, be prepared to spend a lot of time on the internet researching the train stations, all the different types of the accommodations on the trains, where they go and how they connect. And that'll be by far the most difficult component of putting together a rail vacation package. Well, the good news is with Railbookers, we know all that information already because we are the rail experts. We will give you the fares, the schedules, where they all connect, and be able to walk you through this process painless for you as well. Here is the Canadian rail network. The Via Rail is the main train for Canada. This is a little bit easier to grasp, but the Via Rail goes all over Canada, from Vancouver to Toronto, all the way up into Halifax. We offer great getaway packages to the Canadian Rockies, or maybe you're wanting to go across Canada or up through Niagara Falls, the east coast of Canada. No problem. We can certainly fulfill that for you. Now, another reason why you should consider using Railbookers is because we are a one-stop shop, hassle-free tour operator. So we will do everything for you. We will book rail, accommodations, activities, transfers, ferries, and even intercity transportation. So we can do everything you need with one phone call. Just simply give us a call and let us know what you're looking to do. Flexibility. We can customize any of the packages you'll see today or any of our packages online, meaning we can add additional rail, we can add extra hotel nights, or we can even build a package completely from scratch. So what does customize mean? So for example, let's say you're considering going to Venice next year and you want to experience the Bernina Express, which is one of Europe's most popular scenic train rides that goes through Switzerland and the majority of Italy. So let's say that's something you want to do, but then you would like to add additional hotel nights somewhere, maybe in Florence, maybe in Rome, or maybe even back in Switzerland. And then you want to continue across Switzerland through the Golden Pass over into Geneva, for example. No problem. We're able to take all of your wants and needs, and that will create your perfect customized vacation. In other words, we're able to stack our packages on top of each other. This is actually a very common request. One of our most popular packages is Venice via the Alps coming out of London. In most cases, when people contact us for this package, they're wanting to continue the journey down into Florence and Rome, and customers will often find these two packages and ask if we can blend them together. Well, that is exactly what we can do, and that's what customization actually means. So you can theoretically take a couple of our packages and put them on top of each other to create the bucket list dream you're looking for. Okay, now what separates rail bookers from the rest is this fact alone. We are able to book European rail a year and a half in advance, including the pricing and the schedules. Now, if you've ever traveled by rail in Europe or looked into it, you realize that you actually cannot shop rail and get the fares and schedules until about 60 to 90 days before departure. The train companies don't release their fares and schedules to the general public until it's a very small window. But with Railbookers, we have direct contracts with Eurostar, Trenitalia, Renfe, Via Rail, Amtrak, the Venice Simplon Orient Express, for example. And we have the schedules 18 months out. So if you're planning a trip late next year and you want to travel by rail, no problem. We can secure your rail right now. Pre and post cruise travel. Now, European river cruises are a very popular type of vacation in Europe. And these are some of the more popular cruise ports all throughout the world. And we can offer you pre and post journeys and continue your vacation beyond the ship. So, for example, the Rhine River Cruise, which is from Amsterdam to Basel. In most cases, a lot of people will contact us because they're getting off in Basel and they want to continue their journey into Switzerland or go over to Italy or whatever the case may be. That is something we can do for you. We can set the rail, the hotels, we can do activities for you, transfers, and we can book all of that 18 months in advance. So if you're considering a river cruise, consider using Railbookers for any additional travel you're looking to do. As I mentioned before, we know because we go. We are the rail experts here at Railbookers. So each year is one of the perks of working in the travel industry. Our company sends us to our top selling destinations so we can experience our packages and go on all the trains as if we were you, the customer. So when you give us a call, we know all about the trains, we know all about the cities that you're wanting to visit, and we can really give you some good advice on how to really plan your rail vacation. So simply pick up the phone and give us a call. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce you to our most popular 2019 vacation packages. Our first one is the Switzerland Lakes and Mountains package. Now, I love this package because it gives you a complete vacation through Switzerland, one of the most beautiful countries in Europe. I was fortunate enough to visit the country back in September with a couple of my coworkers, and we had a wonderful time. So this particular package will kick off in Geneva, Switzerland for a one-night stay. Now, just because the package begins in Geneva doesn't mean that we can't put you someplace else first. Perhaps you're flying into London or Paris because it's more affordable for your airfare. Let us know if that's the case so we can arrange train to the start city of your package. And in Geneva, you will spend one night, more as a pre-night, and upon arrival, you'll get checked into your hotel, and you'll have the entire day to hang out at the lake, grab a local meal, and just get lost in the lifestyle of Swiss living. The following day, the train journey will continue. Will begin actually as you make your way to Montreux, which is only about a 2.5-hour train ride, give or take. And you'll have exquisite views of Lake Geneva en route to Montreux, where you will spend one night. We don't have any packages for you in Montreux, so feel free to get lost in the lifestyle of the city and check out the local cathedrals, have a local meal, and just have some downtime for yourself. Now, after your time in Montreux, the train journey will continue through the Golden Pass, which is one of the most popular areas of Switzerland. So you'll get on the train. Here's an interior photo for you. We can book the standard class, the first class accommodations, going through the Golden Pass as you make your way to Interlaken, which is one of the most popular cities to visit in Switzerland. So upon arrival into Interlaken, you'll be here for 2 nights. And while you're in town, you will get to go on the slowest express moving train in all of Europe as you make your way up to Jungfrau Joch, which is known as the top of Europe. Here is the train for you. So this is a cog railway train. It has a tooth-like grip that'll continually grab the tracks so it can ascend steep heights. And the average speed of this train is only 11 miles per hour. So you get phenomenal views of Switzerland as you make your way up to Jungfrau. There you'll have some downtime to see the local lifestyle before you descend down the mountain back into Interlaken to continue the train journey on board the very romantic, luxurious Glacier Express. Now, this is one of the main reasons why customers want to go to Switzerland to experience this specific train. It is an absolute breathtaking experience. So on board the Glacier Express, you'll be making your way over into Core. So all day long, you'll be going through the Swiss Alps. We can book the first class, standard accommodations. When you're doing scenic trains, I'm always going to recommend first class. I know this from firsthand experience. Your meals are included on board the train, and you have panoramic windows on each side of the train so you can take in the beauty of the terrain as you make your way over into Core, where you will spend the next night. And Core is a small town and a phenomenal town for that matter, just filled with a lot of ancient cathedrals, and the local life is very relaxing. And if you've ever been to Switzerland or you're about to visit, you'll notice it's one of the cleanest countries in the world. Pollution is next to nothing there. And so the fresh air is the purest it'll ever be. And it's a very relaxing lifestyle to just roam the city and get lost in the culture. So after your time in Core, oh, that's the end of our package, mistakenly. And so our Switzerland's Lakes and Mountains tour is 7 days, 6-night hotel accommodations with the Glacier Express and all the trains included. And look at the starting price, only $15.49 at a going rate. But what I will tell you is Switzerland is a very popular destination for us. So if this is something you're considering, give us a call now so we can get you the best affordable prices. Okay, I want to go ahead and shift our attention over to Ireland, one of the most beautiful countries in Europe. And our Best of the Emerald Isle by Rail is one of our most popular packages here at Railbookers. It gives you a great adventure through Ireland. So this particular package will begin with a 2-night stay into Killarney, which is where you do the Ring of Kerry tour, which is one of the most phenomenal sightseeing adventures you could ever go on. And if you're planning to go to Ireland next year and you're flying into Dublin, let us know because we can get you on the train over to Killarney to begin this adventure, or we can tweak the package around to make it logistically make sense for you. But anyway, the package will begin in Killarney for 2 nights. There you'll get lost in the Irish culture and the lifestyle. The Irish people are some of the kindest, most loving people you will ever meet. They are very open to foreigners traveling into the country, and in most cases, they will bend over backwards to help you, which is wonderful. And after your time in Killarney, doing the Ring of Kerry tour, you will make your way over into Galway so you can see the cliffs of Moher. And you'll have a scenic ride back into Dublin and then transfer to a different train as you make your way west into Galway and get to experience the cliffs of Moher, which is a beautiful part of the island. And there you'll spend the next 2 nights. After Galway, you'll take the rail into Dublin, where you will spend the next 3 nights exploring the capital city of Ireland. And while in town, you'll have a hop-on, hop-off tour. Those are those red double-decker buses. If you've ever been to Chicago or New York City, they'll take you all around the city. You can jump on and jump off anywhere you'd like. At the Guinness Brewery House, for example, we include the Dublin City Card, so you can get into the top-selling museums and other famous attractions as well. Now, the journey is going to continue over into Belfast, where you will spend the next 2 nights. And this, give you some downtime as you get to experience the UK before coming back into Dublin, where your package will end. But the journey does not have to end in Ireland. If you want to go to Scotland or down further into the UK, down into London, maybe to Paris, whatever the case may be, certainly let us know so we can put that together for you. But that is the Best of the Emerald Isle by Rail, 10 days. And look at the starting price, only $11.89 at a going rate. But Ireland is very popular for us. So if this is something you're wanting, give us a call. Okay, our next most popular package for 2019 is our Andalusian Explorer package, where you get to do a great rail journey through Spain. And this particular package is going to begin and end in Madrid. It's worth noting that if you're flying into Paris or London to get to Europe, we can always rail you into Madrid to start the journey. But so welcome to Madrid, where you'll spend 2 nights. And we include all hotels for you as well. And you can get lost into the Spain lifestyle of Madrid. And there are museums to explore, a lot of walking tours, plenty for you to do. And after your 2 nights in Madrid, you're going to board the high-speed rail as you make your way down into Granada. Now, with the high-speed rail, again, we book all classes on board the train. These trains operate at a high rate of speed, about 180 miles per hour on average, so making it very convenient for you to get from city to city. So welcome to Granada, where you'll spend the next 2 nights, and we have castle tours for you to explore, other walking tours that you can do as well. And of course, we give you plenty of downtime to do the things that you guys want to do. So after you visit Granada, you'll board the train over into Cordoba, and there we have walking excursions for you as well. If there's something specific you would like to see in any European city you're visiting, let us know, because we can go ahead and arrange that for you. But after Cordoba, you will board the high-speed rail going back over into Seville, where you will spend the next 2 nights. And we've got walking tours for you as well, and plenty of activities for you to choose from. And then you will make your way all the way back into Madrid. And from there, you can rail on to back into France or any other particular country for that matter. But that is our Andalusian Explorer package, 9 days, 8-night hotel accommodations with all activities included. Now, what trip would be complete to Europe without visiting Italy? Italy is by far our most popular destination, and this is one of our most popular packages for Italy, our Ultimate Venice, Florence, and Rome package. We do have an early booking discount where you can receive up to $200 off per couple. So if this is something you're considering, we can save you some money to book early and get you the most affordable prices. But this package is going to begin in Venice for a 2-night stay. Venice is one of the most popular European cities you can visit, draws millions of visitors a year from around the globe. And while in Venice, you'll spend 2 nights. Our hotels are right near the St. Mark's Square and right near the train station. Your activities will include a famous gondola ride as well as a walking tour of St. Mark's Square. And of course, we give you guys plenty of downtime to explore the city on your own before you make your way down into Florence. So after 2 nights in Venice, you will board the Trenitalia high-speed rail that will take you down into Florence. That's about a 2-hour train ride, about 2.5 hours, give or take. And on board the Trenitalia, here's some interior photos of the train. It's a very comfortable high-speed rail with first-class accommodations, standard class. Honestly, I always recommend first class. It just enhances the experience of the rail itself. And the price differential is usually not that much of a difference. So automatically, I would want to put you in first class. Your meals are included. And of course, you are free to roam the train. And there are multiple departures out of the Italian cities. So it's more of like a commuter train. So you can spend as little or as much time in Venice before you're making your way over into Florence. So Florence is your next destination where you'll spend the next 2 nights, and there's cooking classes for you guys to do. There's walking tours or whatever else you're looking to do. Florence is one of the most beautiful cities in all of Italy. And then you will get back on the Trenitalia as you make your way down into Rome, where you have plenty of sightseeing activities to do. While in Rome, do as the Romans do. You'll get to explore the Colosseum. We give you access to the Vatican through the city card so you can get in front of all the lines. A little fun fact about Rome, if you are visiting on a Wednesday and you make your way to the Vatican, you can see the Pope. He'll come out on his famous balcony and bless the people in the square there. Really quite something to see, I'm told. So your package will end in Rome. And there, if you want to rail anywhere else, or for that matter, please let us know. but that is our ultimate Venice, Florence, and Rome package, starting at only $819 at a going rate. So Italy, very popular destination for us. Okay, now, one of the most famous train rides you could ever go on is the Venice Simplon Orient Express to Venice. This is through the train company called Belmont, and they are one of the most luxurious train rides you'll ever go on. If you're a rail enthusiast, then you know all about it. But this particular package that we have here will begin in London with a one-night stay. If you would like to spend more time in London, let us know because we can arrange that for you. So in London, we can give you activities, a hop-on, hop-off tour, the London City Pass, for example. But the real journey is on board the Venice Simplon Orient Express. And here's some of the interior photos of the train. It's a very elegant train, one of the most luxurious things you'll ever do in your lifetime. And on board the train, it's the social nightlife that really attracts people to it. So famous gourmet five-star meals, caviar, the best wines and liquors you could possibly find. And it is really a classy experience. And we can book all accommodations on board the VSOE, for a cabin for one, a single cabin, a double cabin, or we can even book the grand suites, which are almost like a presidential hotel room on a train, in other words. So this is an overnight trip on the train to Venice. So when you arrive Venice on the train, you will be picked up and driven or ferried over to your hotel, where you will spend the next 3 nights exploring one of the most popular cities in the world. So that is the Venice Simplon Orient Express to Venice, 6 days, a total of 5 nights, and the going rate is only $48.49. So what I will say is the Venice Simplon Orient Express is not an inexpensive train. It's actually very expensive, but if you book with Railbookers, we can make it worth your while. Okay, so as we wind down the presentation here, what differentiates Railbookers from the rest? Well, for starters, you don't have to wait to book. Like I mentioned earlier, we can book European Rail 18 months in advance. Flexibility, so we can create your perfect trip with just a click of a few buttons. One-stop shop, no hassle. We'll do all the work for you. We'll give you the fares, the schedules, where the trains go, where they don't go, give you the best hotels to choose from, and provide you fantastic customer service. Now, we do have some other popular packages for you to consider, which I did not review today, and they are the Scandinavian Grand Tour, so you can see Copenhagen, go up into Norway. We have an Ultimate European Grand Tour where you can see parts of Germany, the Netherlands, Paris, Italy. We have a complete Scotland by rail, which is actually very popular for us, as well as Canada through the Canadian Rockies, and a Norway in a nutshell package. And these can all be found at railbookers.com, or simply give us a call if you're looking for more information. So how to book? Well, simply give us a call at 888-829-3040. Our travel consultants will be more than happy to assist you. You can visit our website to get package ideas, or you can contact your local travel advisor. In fact, if you do work with a travel agent, I would recommend you do so. They have decades of experience putting together international vacations, and they will handle all of your airfare and other components of the traveling that you are considering. What you can do as well is download the flyer to your right, and you can take it to your local travel advisor, and we can go ahead and work with them on your behalf. You can visit us online at railbookers.com. Here's our website. I would encourage you to look at trip planning to the right of your screen. A lot of tutorial videos are online there for you to browse to help you better understand what a rail vacation is all about. The flyer is to your right, and I am now ready to answer your questions. And it looks like we have a lot of great questions coming in right now. So let me open this up, and let's see what we've got here. So Bob is asking us, is it more affordable to do a package you advertise online or to completely build one from scratch? Well, it all kind of depends, Bob. If you're looking to do one of our packages, it would make more sense for us to give you a price per package because it's already built together, and we're able to give you a price right over the phone. If we have to custom build it, it's going to take our team some time. But Theoretically, it's the same cities, the same activities, so there really is no price differential. Marilyn is asking us about a rail travel through Eastern Europe, through the Czech Republic and Austria. Do you offer anything like that? Absolutely, Maryland. Eastern Europe is very popular for us. So we have a great package that goes from Prague, Vienna, and Budapest, for example. You may want to check out online, or you can go visit your local travel advisor. Patrick is asking us, on average, how long does it take to go from London all the way into Italy through the Swiss Alps? That's always something I've wanted to do. Great question, Patrick. So from London, the way that would work is you rail down into Geneva, Switzerland. You can do that in a single day. You'll have a forced overnight, and then it's a 7-hour train journey through the Swiss Alps into Italy. So you can do that whole adventure in 2 days minimum. Look, any other questions for me, guys? John is asking us about the Canadian Rockies. I've always wanted to see the Rockies. Is that something you can put together for me? Absolutely, John. The Canadian Rockies is a very popular destination for us, and we can certainly arrange that for you on the train. Just simply give us a call. Is there anything else, guys? Okay, I don't see any other questions here. I've got a couple more minutes here before I have to log off. I will keep the question box open, so let me know if anything comes in. And please download the flyer to the right of you now and simply give us a call and let us know how we can assist you. But I do want to thank you for taking the time today to join this presentation. Please take note of our business hours. Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our telephone number again is 888-829-3040, and our website is railbookers.com. Any last questions, guys? Okay, well, guys, thank you again for joining us today. And our travel consultants are standing by, and we hope to hear from you all very soon. Have a Merry Christmas.